Okay, hey everyone, this is me in my house, Yamarin, and I'm gonna be talking about my Jujutsu Kaisen script that that I made. I will not be showing you the script because it's personal, but I will be saying the basics of what I wrote on my script and why I wrote that. So yeah, let's get into it. So this script I have here, I'll be looking over here because that's why the script is. But that's what the camera is. So should I swap? No, some people don't like eye contact, so that's fine. I'm gonna not swap. Right. Oh, see this? I put mousse on it, like hair mousse. And it ended up just frizzing out instead of like smoothing down. But then when I smooth it down, I look like I'm bald except for here. And it's not bad to be bald, but having this on top, it's just, I didn't think it was very cute. I just left it the way it was, come as I am sort of thing. Again, this is meant to be a really low effort channel because I'm just here gonna be yapping about stuff. Anyways, so my name is gonna be the same as my my CR name. Oh, terms first. I'm sure if you're in the community, you probably already know what these terms are, but CR, current reality, usually refers to this real everyday human one. There's OR that people also use instead of CR, and OR is like original reality, like where you came from. Like for instance, this reality. So if you shift over to your DR, when you shift over to your DR, this will be your original reality, but your DR will be your current reality. So people use current reality and original reality very interchangeably, but that's fine. That's fine. It all depends on preference, basically. Uh, so yeah, so yeah. What's this about then? Right. There's DR, desired reality, where you want to go, what fictional world you want to go to, what regular world you want to go to if you want an exact parallel reality DR. So like desired reality is where you want to go to. Original reality is where you came from. Current reality is where you currently are, and some people refer to that as their like this reality because they have not left yet. What else is there? Waiting room. There's a waiting room as well. And that's where you sort of shift to if you can't properly visualize your DR just yet, or the world is too big or something like that. So you can have like a very small DR, like a little pit stop DR, and that would be your waiting room basically. So for instance, I want to shift to Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's say I got terrified halfway through and I was like, I still want to shift. I still want to have the experience of shifting. Where am I gonna go? I can make up a waiting room, which can be a hotel room that I know in clear, vivid detail, and then I can shift over there. I've never had a good experience with shifting to a waiting room though, because every time I've wanted to shift over, I start world building instead of just shifting over. So waiting rooms is maybe not the best for me, but I feel like if I use a non-visualization method, I can actually shift into a good waiting room. It's just that I I tend to overthink and I tend to add more stuff to it. Like, I don't want my waiting room to be bland. I want this and this, and then it becomes a full DR. So that's my only issue with that personally that I've discovered. Um, so yeah, oh, I probably should be in frame then if I'm not putting any on that side. Okay, hold on. Right, okay. That's all the terms, isn't it? DR, CR, waiting room, or yeah, yeah, I'm sure that's all of it. Yeah, that's all the major terms. There's clones, there's clones, but the truth is no one's cloning anything. There's no. It's just the word people use to represent themselves when they're not like in their body. You know, like if I left to go to a different DR, like I went to, if, for instance, I shifted to Jujutsu Kaisen, that I would be aware of my life there and not here. So, this would be a clone of me, but there's no clones really. You just left for a little bit. You came back. Like you, if you had two houses and you moved from one house to the other, you wouldn't be like my house is a clone of the other house. It's still your house. That's still your house. So it's like There's no cloning, basically. You're not cloning yourself. So that is a term. I don't know. So aside from that, yeah, I think that's all of it. I can link the script that I was using, but I don't have the original person I got it from. I really hope they credited themselves because it was on Notion, I'm sure. No, it wasn't. I was on I forgot. Ooh. I think I was on Wattpad. I haven't been there in years, but this was when I was still on it. Or Tumblr. It was one of those two. And I discovered they linked it and they were like, this is my shifting script. And I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. So I took a copy of it, which they said to share. They were willing to share it. But I think I've lost the original creators. So I'll link it regardless, but it will be in my Google Doc, but it will not be me. I did not make it. Okay? Okay. Okay, cool. Right, let's get into it then. So it starts off with a basic, so like your name, first name, nickname, and all of that. I'm just using my regular CR name because I know that when I shift over, I'm going to be used to it because again, I have had a mini shift, so I know that when I shift over, I'm gonna be used to it, the feeling. So I wouldn't be like, oh, that's not my name. But I feel like it would be very strange, at least for a second, to entirely be someone else, in my opinion. So, like, I'd rather just have the same name. I'd rather just have the same name. That way I can fully identify with that, you know? And it has a way of tying me back to my CR as well. Yeah. So I don't forget who I am. Anyways, so my name's gonna be the same as my CR name. Let's just say it's Emma, but it's not. Let's just say it's Emma. So it's gonna be the same as my CR name. Age, because I'm shifting to now. I have not fully decided this yet. I have two DRs for Jujutsu Kaisen. One where I have three. I had one where I was a curse user, but I didn't kill anyone. Don't worry, I'm not killing anyone. The whole point is to like leave. I'm not killing anyone. I'm not involving myself in murder. The second one, I know, right? Shonen anime, you don't want murder, what the hell? But no, I don't want to. The second one is going to be where I'm a student and learning. And the third one is going to be just a regular sorcerer, you know? Just a regular sorcerer, just a little guy. Yeah, that's the whole stuff I was planning on doing. So this script would be for when I'm a student, and therefore my age over there will be 16 because I just came over there. And trust me, you don't know any different. Like, you know how some people, I think it was a big thing, you know, back in the day where it's like, you're shifting over and your age is going to be different. And when I tell you, you don't know any different, you don't know any different. Like, you are going to be your 16-year-old self over there. There will be no difference. Because when I shifted there, mini shift, like for a second, I was walking with Shinso and all that was on my mind was my school timetable. That was everything. So it wasn't like I had like the vision of the world, or I knew myself as like, oh, I'm meant to be like 20 something somewhere. No. It was just basically me. Like as a teenager, you know? So yeah, that's what you're gonna experience basically if you go over there. You're not gonna notice any different unless you script that you will, because you're going into the mind of a person that but a person that is the age that you've put there. So they don't have any experiences above that. Therefore, you won't either. Which is why I feel like after having that one experience, I really recommend having an anchor to your CR. Like, let's say, like, for instance, a watch or something. No, not a watch, because when you're walking every day, you're going to be like, oh my god, that's like I have a world to go, and like it could end up shifting back. So what I recommend is like maybe something in your room that explains that you are not from that world. You know, like not that you're not from it, because when you go there, you really end up being there. You know, like you end up like, oh man, for sure, I'm so. You know, like that's who you end up as. So, like, having a little thing that you know for sure anchors you to your CR would be very helpful for you. Helpful for me anyways, because I tend to get super carried away with all the little details, and I want to make sure that I'm not going to be, I know everyone's fear, I'm not going to be stuck there. Not that I won't be, like, not that I will be stuck there, but more that I'll forget that I had a CR, you know? Because it was only for a few seconds, but if I had completely forgotten that I had a CR, I would have completely shifted over there. So it was like when I remembered that I actually technically am entering the body of myself in a different world, it really just hit me, and I was like, oh man, that's crazy. And when I remembered my CR, I just got yoinked back. So that's what I'm gonna do as a little cheat, basically, where I'm gonna have a thing to anchor me back to my CR. That way I can enjoy that world and then be like, oh yeah, regular CR stuff at 12:30, you know? Something like that. So age 16, birthday, same birthday. Pronouns, I have she and they written up anyways, so nationality, CR nationality, I'm gonna be someone who came over there. I'm gonna be a foreigner that got accepted. I know it's super rare, oh my god, but that's what's gonna happen because I scripted it. Personality type, I don't know any of the Myers-Briggs. I know them, but I can't, like, I don't know where I belong in it. I would fall under the ENFP, but sometimes I feel a little introverted, and so because of that, I'm not really sure where I would fall under. And who says I have to classify myself? I don't have to do that. So I will not be doing that. I will be just putting down my personality. The good traits is gonna be like, oh, I'll be kind, I'll be considerate, because like I want to be a good person, and I don't want to fall under because again, the world does have murder in it, and I don't want to be a fucking murderer, because oh, that's par for the course over there, but like I don't know what I did over here, you know. I don't want to be that kind of person. So I'm gonna write there that I have strong sense of justice, kind, considerate, polite, clever, and funny. Funny. I will not lose my humor. Yeah. So my bad traits will be my normal bad traits. Just, yeah, probably a little impatient, reckless, complacent, you know, like stuff like that. So my normal bad traits. Neutral traits would be that I am empathetic and I can accurately psychoanalyze someone, because I don't want to go over there and get fucking manipulated. Because I want to be able to read someone instantly and know if they're lying. So I put that there because Kenjaku is very good. And I know that if I'm falling for that shit here, if I go over there, dude, I will be a pawn. I will be played left and right. So because of that, I wrote that I can accurately psychoanalyze someone. And discernment. I have discernment. So I will not be manipulated. Thank God. So Zodiac will be a Leo, as I am. Hobbies will be drawing, writing, snack shopping, and all that. Yeah. And I'll be making talismans for fun, because I would be doing that anyways if I was in that world. ADHD. I would literally be doing that anyways. Like, oh my god, let me try this out. And then I will not stop, and I will have like little bits of talisman all over my room. Yeah, anyways. So I would do that regardless. Yeah. Appearance. I'm gonna be 5'3". I think in this world I'm 5'4". Why did I want to be shorter? I think I thought I was 5'3" at the time. But I'm gonna just make it 5'4" then. My 5'4". Weight, I'll be probably 58, because that's a good mix between athletic, strong, and fast, you know? I think what matters is like a good muscle bone to lightness ratio, and I think 58, 60, whatever, that may be a good amount. Hair color, the same. Hair type, the same, but hair length is longer. I want longer hair. Because like, imagine fighting and my hair is stuck. Like, even Aki's hair moves when he fights, okay? Like, I want my hair to move a little bit. A little wiggle, you know? So what else is there that's really important? Oh yeah, I scripted that I have a very high willpower. And it can be fierce, determined, and relentless, because that's what you need in that world. If you the main thing is that people end up seeing curses and being like, what the fuck is that? And then they, they freak out and then they get killed. And so I don't want that. I don't want that. And therefore I scripted that does not happen to me. Anyways, I have a cursed energy infusion taser. That sounds crazy, but that's what I put there. Because I need it, if I ever freak out, I need to knock someone out, that's what's gonna be there, you know? For the house, I have no idea, but I'm gonna say that obviously the Tokyo branch would be the dorms that we staying at. For time, 1 second in my CR is going to be 1 hour in my DR, is what I originally planned. But dude, if I spend 2 hours over there, I'm wasting 2 seconds here. That's not enough for me, you know? That's not, I feel like I if I end up living a full day over there, that's not gonna be fun. That's not gonna be fun for me here. I want to have a mix between, hey, I'm experiencing this world and I know for sure it's happening because time has passed. But I don't want it to be too much time passing because then I will miss out on my own world. And I know I'm gonna get the memory after, but imagine if it was a good memory and then you missed out on that. No. So yeah, and if it was a bad memory, you still sort of miss out on the memory, which is good, but I don't want to miss out on a good memory, you know? So anyways, I think I'm gonna change that to 1 second is 1 day. 1 second is, I was gonna say 1 second is 1 month. So if anyone guessed that, you would almost gonna be correct. But 1 second for me is gonna be 1 day because I don't want to waste my time over there. And I don't want things to go super fast either. And then I come back here and nothing changed. Oh, imagine. Imagine. No, I don't want that. I'd rather have 1 day to 1 second. So at least if a full minute passes here, a whole month has passed, you know? Wait, hold on. A whole. Right, I've returned. I think what I said was the daftest thing I've ever heard. Once 1 second passing, 1 hour. So if 60 seconds pass, that's 60 hours. Okay, that's like around 2 to 3 days. 2 is 48, so it's like maybe like almost 3 days. Okay, good. Okay, so 1 second would be almost, no, 1 minute would be almost 3 days. I can handle that. Okay, so I had to do some cat errands, right? So, have me some calculation. 1 second is 1 hour, right? So if, like 3 months over there, which is like 2160 to 2190 hours, here would be 36 hours. So it's like a significant loss of hours, you know what I mean? Which is great. Creepy as hell. Which is great for me. Because I would miss not even up to I would miss not even up to a full 2 days, you know? So that's great. That's a significant enough difference that I will notice that time has passed and things have changed. Right. All right. Back onto the regular thing. So this is where I'm gonna wake up. Now I'm doing an awake method. So because of that, I want to see the scenes change, which is how I know that something has changed. I'm not just fucking dreaming. Even though dreams do feel different. But anyways, back on track. I said that I would appear at the very start of the anime. So, girl, I see it in my head. I just can't say it. Bro. Where Yuji was all like, oh, the occult club or whatever. And then, like, he met Megumi in the freaking hospital. And then they had to go back to the school. And then they had to tussle a little bit with the curses. You know that scene? That scene where, he swallowed the finger and all that. Basically that scene. That is where I'm going to shift into. The only reason I haven't done that is because Sukuna is there, bro. I know he's meant to be there. But I want to start the anime the same time they're starting the anime, you know? So I was gonna shift there when the giant curse is being fought by Yuji. Now, around that stage before the finger was swallowed. Now the thing is, I'm going to change that. I have changed that since then in my head, but I haven't written on paper that I'm going to change that to after Gojo arrives, because I don't want to get clapped. I don't want to get beaten up, dude. I don't want to die. Okay, I don't want my first visit over there to be me getting killed by Sukuna. So I don't want to. But here's what I originally planned, right? Originally I planned that I was going to appear there because I'm returning back to school to pick up my headphones, right? Which is something that I would do because I live near the school. So at the very start, in his regular high school, I will be with Yuji in there, but I would not be his friend at all. Because that is how it would go in my CR. And I feel like it's more comfortable for me to write that we would not be friends at that stage. We would just be regular schoolmates, and I will have all my books and stuff, and I will go pick them up, right? That makes more sense for what I would do. So yeah, and I will be like, I arrive at the school, or basically I shift there right when the nonsense was fucking happening. So I will be like, what the fuck am I seeing? Because that makes sense for you to see a curse at that stage. That means you're about to die. You know, like it makes sense in the lore that if you start seeing curses, you have a potential to be very close to dying. So this is just so fucking masochistic that me saying all this. And the thing is, I almost shifted there one time, and I started feeling fear. Like, I started feeling the pressure of something dangerous is there. So my body was like, don't do this, please. My body was like, please don't do this. So I was like, let me not do this, you know? But I can't keep running. If I'm planning on shifting to Jujutsu Kaisen, at some point I'm going to face danger. I can't keep running, you know? So that's why I'm like, I'm going to shift there regardless. Even if my heart is pounding, telling me not to. That's one of my first DRs anyways. So I was like, how will I know I've shifted? I've shifted when I begin to feel the breeze on my face as I transition from lying in bed to walking back to school to pick up my headphones. And for a second, I really did feel that. But then the fear hit me because I was like, oh my god, this is where I'm gonna go. And then run back, you know? So yeah, I said that I'm gonna be at a grade 2 level, and the only reason is not because I'm gonna be like an excellent fighter or whatever. I just gave myself the most broken technique ever because I don't want to die. I don't want to actually die. And if I was dying, it would not be in that way, you know? Like, have you seen the way people die in that anime? It's not fun. Anyways, so my parents are gonna be fucking Lloyd and Yor. Okay, that's my parents. That's my, because yeah. That's who I shifted there as the parents of you know what I mean. Anyways, so yeah, what else? I gave an automatic divine luck benefit. See, you're like, oh my god, you're making yourself so OP. Yeah, because for like a few seconds that I have experienced a shift for, you feel it. Like if I think I was a bit disjointed when I spoke, but that one scene with Dabi, dude, I felt terror. And usually in real life I wouldn't feel that kind of way, but I felt genuine like ASMR. I felt genuine terror, and so because of that, I don't want that to happen. You know, I don't want that to happen again. Yeah. So I have it there that I wanted to go and pick back my homework and my headphones that I left in my locker. That's how I'm gonna enter there. And I script that because of the after school clubs, it's still open. So I quickly run back. I haven't even gone home yet, right? I quickly run back and I end up seeing the whole curse event. And I was dragged into it, but I was not harmed or attacked in any way. So because I saw all this nonsense go down, I'm like, yo, let me in on this, because I don't want this to happen when you guys are not around to keep us safe. So please let me in on this, right? Yeah. And I basically just gave myself the most broken technique ever. I just imagine shit and it comes true. Just imagine shit. So this will literally allow me to call upon an anime character. Yeah, I know. It's really, now there's two, right? There's two potential techniques that I've made up for this. The first one, now I have two scripts where I'm a teenager in this world. The first one is going to be this one. And this will be the very normal everyday pipeline, right? Meet Yuji, train along with him, and yada yada yada. But the reason why I chose this imagination technique is because I want drama. I want drama in this world. Usually I abstain from drama in this world, but I really, really want something to happen in this in my DR. So because of that, I'm going to have the imagination technique, and that basically means that anything I imagine will physically manifest for 5 minutes, because that is the most of my current attention span. That is not a lie. That's not a joke. I'm not over exaggerating. So because of that, that will be like the strongest it can be for 5 minutes. And yeah, so because of that, if I'm able to bring in an anime character like Eri, for instance, that can literally bring someone back to life, that would be a huge thing in that world. And then people will be coming after me, but not in the lovey-dovey, like, you know, like they will be like, oh yeah, get her. So because of that, there's gonna be drama going on, and I scripted that nobody will be dying on my watch, and I wouldn't have to kill anybody. But I want to go there and go to fucking school. What the fuck? Like, I'm gonna just go to school, dude. Think about it. If you're going to My Hero Academia and there's nothing going, you're just going to school. Sure, you can't use your quirk all the time. You need a license. So you're just going there for what? Like, see, you know what I mean? So, like, that's the whole point of me scripting there's gonna be trouble. So I know some people are like, oh, you know, don't do that. That makes you a bad person. But I scripted that I'll be the one taking, like, the most of it, and it will help me bond with my teammates. It will help me bond with them. And also, all that shit of, like, this person died, that person got cursed, all that will be resolved, because I will literally just be like, okay, Eri, please handle this. Man, nobody dying, nobody getting injured. I'm like, Eri, Orihime, please handle this. Oh, it wasn't causing so much trouble. Mother. So, you know, like, it's gonna be so fun. And therefore, there will still be a bit of a deception, trickery, all that, because then they're gonna be trying to come in and find out what the fuck is going on, or trying to trick me to be on their side, you know? So, like, that will be wonderful. And not even just on their side, like, I know the level of fuckery that they have gotten into in that universe. So because of that, I know it's gonna be some whose body will I take today type of thing going on. I'm trying to give no spoilers. So I'm gonna hopefully try to not let that happen to me, which is why I'm very skeptical about going to this one. But I did script that the power would be so OP that people would pretty much be like, yeah, we're gonna snatch this dude, like, right now. Yeah, hold on, let me just fix this, because it, but then I look so, you know what, never mind. Let me fix it. It's the same hairstyle I always do. Anyways, so that's the whole point of making myself super broken in that universe. I just want all the smoke. I just want the drama. So I want to piss off the higher ups too. Like, I want to piss them off, because they can't let me out of their sight. You know? Now they can't be like, oh, let her go back to where she came from, because they will need to control me. But can they? And so that's gonna be like, ooh, you get watched. So I don't know. It's not gonna be great, but I can always shift back. So that's what I'm trying to make sure I can shift back for sure. I don't want to get stuck there. So yeah, I scripted that my family in that universe are safe, because I don't want them getting attacked by curses, because it's not just a Japan thing, it's an everywhere thing. I do not want them getting attacked by curses. So I said that they have really good premonition, and that they are literally Lloyd and Yor, so they will be fine. I promise you that. And it would be very good, because hey, Gojo's really obsessed with, like, power and potential and stuff, and because of that, he will be like, I need you to not be evil. So I would be mentored. Very much so. Which I would love, you know? That would be very great. Yeah. But there will be nothing there. No worries. Not until my other script. Not until my other script. Anyways, okay. I need to chill out. There's no need for a domain expansion with that kind of technique, so I said no, because that would be actually evil if I ended up scripting and had a domain with expansion with that fucking level technique. What are the basics of that world? High pain tolerance. Oh my god. Yeah. I have a high pain tolerance. I cannot. Now here's the kicker. I cannot die or get killed. I changed that to be like I will not be killed. Like I will not be killed, but not that I cannot die. Because you see how Aizen got that treatment. I don't want to get the Aizen treatment or the Hidan treatment. So no, I very much. It's possible for me to die. A happy long life, but I cannot get killed. Like my life will not be cut short. I cannot get tortured or transfigured. Good lord. Good lord. Marito's technique does not work on me. First thing I scripted after watching that was that his technique does not work on me. And you know what? The creator of this also scripted that. So hey, birds of a feather, all right? Birds of a feather. But yeah, no. Sorry, my cat looks so concerned. No, I don't want to. And I scripted that I don't want to have to murder anyone either. Sure, curses are... Aww. Curses are fine, but like I don't want to murder somebody. The fuck? That will be left to everybody else. I'm not murdering nobody, but I will have to be like, I'm not helping you with that. So that's where, as far as I go. But I'm not murdering nobody. I'm not gonna be beat up by nobody as well. Because I don't like pain. I don't like pain, guys. I'm only going there because all my favorite characters are there. I don't like pain. I'm not going... And I want drama. And I want a fun time. And I want to give everyone a good time. Because if you can imagine... Oh my god, puss. If you can imagine... oh, this character's like, I really wish this could happen. I'm like, got you. So I'm only going there really to give everyone a good time. I don't want to get killed or hurt or harmed. The fuck? So, you know, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to murder somebody. So, yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. The person who wrote this scripted that they're not bothered by gore. Amen. But also, I think it's more grossness than gore in that world, I would say. Like, fucking Mahito and the steward, like, the shriveled up fucking human. Like, that's more like body horror than it is to be like gore, I would say. But even if I am bothered by it, I can fix it. it's not gonna bother me for too long. So I didn't really keep that original part of the script because I could just fix it. Yeah, I scripted that I'm not carrying trauma back. Now I'm gonna most likely, because if I go there with my head and my mind and my eyes and I see things, I will remember those things and therefore trauma will follow. But I'm gonna script there that over there, the moment the event happens, I learn a lesson from it, but I don't get traumatized from it. That is what I'm sticking to, because I can super easily fix it. I can super easily just not get traumatized from it. So that's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. I'm not bringing fucking trauma that I never experienced. Like, why would I do that? So yeah, I scripted I can control my technique because, like, I still want to learn. I'm in school. Like, I still want to learn, but I can control it. I'm not gonna, like, you know how Ochako sleeps and then her thingy, she has to wear gloves so it doesn't activate. I think it's gonna be something like that, because if I'm like, I'm farting right now and I start farting, that would be so fucking embarrassing, you know? And if I'm pissed off at someone, I'm like, oh my god, I wish you would die, like, fucking kill yourself, and then they actually did, that would fucking, oh, that would be bad. So I'm like, that wouldn't happen. An accidental burst of like really bad shit won't happen, you know? That's what I scripted, because duh. Now it had in a fight that you'd win every fight. When I was writing a script for My Hero Academia, I actually removed that. I don't want to win every fight, you know? Like, the whole point is it's a school I'm gonna learn. But in Jujutsu Kaisen, fuck yeah, I win every fight. I win every fight because what doesn't kill you comes back later. And no thank you. So that's, I scripted, I absolutely win every fight. Yeah. I refuse to fail in that anime because it's genuinely life or death. It's genuinely life or death. Oh my god. The very important things is to never break bones, never lose limbs. Amen. Mahido's curse technique does not work on me. But like I don't want to go there fully loaded as in like, oh, I have super high stamina, I'm really good at this and that. Because it's a school and I'm fucking 16. I'm not gonna be good at that off the bat, you know? So because of that, I didn't script any of that in. I want to go there and be this like regular average or maybe bumbling buffoon, but with this curse technique that doesn't get me killed. So then I can actually train and build up skills, you know? The whole point for me to shift over is to learn how to do things. I want to have a skill. So if I go there and I learn like physical techniques and I get corrected on them, I can bring that into my CR as well. So that is something I don't mind. Oh my goodness. Come to me. Oh, claws. That is something I wouldn't mind as well, you know? So, yeah. Hey, kitty cameo. Yoink. Right. Hair never gets in my way. My hair is short anyways, so like, you know, my friends are not gonna betray me. So far in the anime, no one really does, and the one guy who didn't really want to. I think I'm giving spoilers. Plus, like, sure, it wasn't there for very long anyways, so it wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter. I'm not gonna have to interact with like Naoya. I scripted that because I have too much impatience to be interacting. That would activate my technique in a way that would really put me in like the red zone. So I don't want to do that. They scripted that the good side wins, and see, yes, but also I want that to play out on its own because no matter what fucking happens in the anime, I have the capacity to just say no, you know? I'm just gonna refuse that. Come on, baby. Whatever happens in the anime, okay, you need to get them. You need to get them. Yeah, please. I'm just gonna refuse and say no. You know, like, oh, this person died. No, they didn't. Wake up. You know, so come here. So I have that. Oh my god, I have that there that I will just refuse if anyone is injured or hurt. So to me, it doesn't matter who wins. I'll just keep the characters alive that I want to keep alive. That sounds so fucking bad, but like if someone ends up like dying or something and I didn't want them to die, I'll just wake them up. The fuck? So I don't really care. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Shibuya arc will not be lasting long. The reason why I don't want to script that I know anything to prevent anything is because the amount of power my character is bringing over there is gonna be so OP that like there's no point in the Shibuya arc not happening. It's gonna happen, and if it does happen, I'll just fix it. The whole point is to fix. I know I give myself the limit of 5 minutes, not like an ultimatum, but just so that no matter what happens, I can train with the other teachers, and because Nanami's not a teacher, I can train with the people, the adults in there, and we can extend that beyond 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So that's the whole point of me putting the 5 minute limit, because in all honesty, it will be 30 seconds. But let me just make myself useful. So I'm gonna have 5 minutes. Yeah, that would be really great. And that was my whole script. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the cat cameo. And I will be making another one on my second. Oh, I have a fuck ton of them. But I'm gonna give a quick summary, right? So you can know what to expect. This one was basically me meeting Yuji and all that. and joining in for there, having the most broken technique ever because I don't want to die. I don't want people who die to die. And if I make a mistake and fucking nerf someone, I'd like to be able to reverse that because, again, I don't want to fucking murder someone. So that'll be a quick summary. Now, the script I'm going to include will basically be I don't want to give any fucking spoilers. I don't want to give any spoilers. But basically, I'm gonna tell you about it, and it's gonna be around that Junpei type of event, right? And I'm gonna wake up basically where, you know, where all the students have like flopped onto the ground and they're all like fucking unconscious. That's when I'll wake up, you know? So like I'm gonna talk about that one as well. And I have one where I'm just a regular sorcerer. And I have one where I'm a curse user, but I am only a curse user because I was raised by them. But I think I'm not gonna do that one because that'll be too fucking heartbreaking. I'm not going there to like be suffering and betraying my own family, you know? So I think I'm just gonna stick to the two of them. Either the Yuji one or the Junpei one. Pretty much. And the reason I may not be like a regular sorcerer, I want to be a regular sorcerer type because I want to be unironically the therapist friend for the characters. When I shift over, they'll be really people. So I want to be like someone that they can count on, you know, that can be useful for once in my life. So that would be something that I will explain to you guys later. Another script I have would be for haiku. I have one for haiku actually. I know, right? I have one for haiku as well. And I have one for, bro, what's that anime called? I have a fuck ton of scripts actually, thinking about it. I have one for The Last Kingdom. But whenever I see a movie, anime, whatever, that I like what happened, but I don't like one part, I'm like, script. I'm shifting it. So because of that, I have a ton. I have one, I think I told you about the other one for Naruto. I have two for Naruto. One because I'm going to be regular as part of the students. And the second one is because I'm going to be like a regular character, minding my business in life, but befriending them when they are teens. And just basically being a support for them. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this fucking therapist, friend, provider shit that I'm doing? But that's basically why I want to shift over there. It's just for fun. Honestly, it's just for fun. I don't want to actually kill anybody. I know I'm going to show an anime, but it's basically just to hang out. And there's going to be a lot of free time because less curses, more free time, etc. So there's going to be a lot of good things happening because my technique will make everything so much easier. I hope. Yeah, that will be all of it. Yeah. So I hope you like this, and you can, if you think I am way too OP with this, please let me know. But the thing is, I don't want to get beat up. I don't want to get beat. And you know what, while I'm at it, I might as well tell you. No, I think I'll tell you later. Okay, bye bye. Have a good time.